So you all understood that the way that Dr. Sebi cures AIDS is that he cleansed the human body. He cleansed the mucus out of the body. But in the process of cleansing, we have to replenish the minerals that has been lost by the presence of the acid state. It was easy. This isn't scientific, but it's so difficult because the physician says there is no cure for AIDS. And we have to believe the physicians because he was never challenged. His position was never challenged, and I didn't know that I would be the one, because I should be the least of the candidates, because I'm the one that didn't go to school. But I had God on my side. When I walked in that Supreme Court in New York, I knew that God was going to win. I didn't win. God won. So Dr. Sebi is happy to know that he is one among many that submitted to God on the level of healing and nutrition. I am glad that I no longer eat meat. I'm happy because I am at some measure of peace with myself. And I wasn't peaceful once. No, I was not. Oh God, no, I want to kill my wife. And I meant that. You see? But then I had a lady from Mexico that walked in my house cursing me. Cursing me. Este negro descalzo, negro desgraciado, este negro no sabe nada, saying this black man don't know anything and his bare feet. I don't know why my son bring me here. And she's talking bad. And her son said, that's your patient. So I gave her everything that relates to the central nerve system. Nothing happened. One day he came and I pondered with that situation. Santana de Dios. Her name is Maria Santana de Dios. See, how am I going to help this lady? How am I missing this lady? I'm going to her central nerve system. I give her the lily of the valley. I give her the holly thistle or blessed thistle. I gave her the Damiana. I gave her everything that relates to the central nerve system. The woman haven't budged. When I woke up next day, I said, you have denied yourself. Because my early research shows that every disease begins right here. I mean right here. I don't care if you're blind or if you're insane. It's right here. That negative message, that acid state influences the brain and the central nerve system. It changes the image in your eyes. You do not see with your eyes. Your eyes is only the lens that the brain looks through. What the brain sees is what you're going to see. And that lady would say, no, don't let them take me. No. And there was nobody there, but she was seeing them. The son came. I said, I have something for your mommy. And I made an extract from the Cascara Sagrada. And he picked it up. He came back 3 days later. Every time he came, he said, my mom is still crazy, my mom is still crazy, my mom is still crazy. This time he says, how do you think she's doing? I said, because you asked me that, she's cured. He said, you're right. Mommy, come on upstairs. And she came upstairs. And she said, young man, I want to ask you a question. Did I curse you out? I said, yes, you did. She said, you know why I did that? I said, no. Because my son been taking me to all these doctors and they was taking our money and they never healed me. And I thought that you was going to be one of them, and then you were bare feet. You know, nobody trusts you when you're bare feet. You're supposed to have $1,100 shoes on. See, God ain't made no shoes, but the industrialists did, and you have to obey them. She said, but I was going down the steps, and you said, when my son asked you, You think you're going to help mommy? I say, if it is God will. And she heard that. She's no longer crazy. She told the story. She said that when she went to the bathroom upon taking the castor extract, she looked in the commode and she saw some berries that she ate 12 years prior. They were lodged and they became molded and sent off that negative message. Again, the mucous membrane in the intestine were compromised. There's only one disease. You could tell the world that Dr. Sebi said that. God is good all the time. Yes, brothers and sisters and friends and everybody else, God is good all the time. So it's not a miracle. No, it's plain old common sense. Now, remember when I asked, when did it change from the herb to the chemicals? It changed with a dude from Holland. They call him Paracelsus. Paracelsus didn't like the idea that Hippocrates had visited Africa. No, what's wrong with that? He just happened to recognize that the Africans weren't sick. And it all depended on what they ate. That's why Hippocrates said that your medicine should be your food. You see? It's easy. But the beautiful thing about it, once we begin on the bandwagon of God's medicine and nutrition, you begin to find the peace. You know, because I've asked this question many times because it happened to me. You know, when you lay in bed, and you're not thinking of anything in particular, but an ugly thought comes over your brain that may even bring tears to you. You feel bad. I was there. I used to cry every evening. Why I was crying, I don't know. But I try to cry now. Well, it stopped 40 years ago, 48 years ago. So, ladies and gentlemen, that was the message. That the body is organic, carbon-based, and it needs a carbon-based substance to complement it and to remove disease. You cannot give the body a chemical that is carbon-based because what's it going to do in there? It's going to hurt you. It's going to hurt us. I was hurt. I've been to them. I know. But there's a place for the physicians. I'm not saying that we should just disregard the physician. No. It's not either or. There's always that middle road, you know? So we could compliment you, both of us. He has his place too. But we're saying that we are curing many of the diseases that he claims are incurable. That's all we're doing. We're not trying to oppose anyone. That's not a servant. A servant comes to serve, not to oppose anyone. And I like being the best. Why not? I'm still a little boy, you know. I haven't changed. How could I change? The mold was made 78 years ago. I'm lucky I'm alive. Talk about doing things, but I'm about to go to Africa, where? Guinea and Cameroon. And then I have to go to someplace else, Gabon and Tanzania. I was with the President Kikwete. He knows what I could do. Of course he does. Now we're going to change the situation, hopefully, because when I told President Kikwete in Tanzania, I said, President Kikwete, do you want me to go to Tanzania? I said, taking me to Tanzania is dangerous. He said, why? Because the Muslims gave us the lamb. The Christian gave us the hog. And they both are dangerous. You want me to go to Tanzania? I'm going to make the recommendation to get rid of all those animals. He said, you're late. I'm late. He said, yeah, you late. There's a woman already started the movement to get rid of all those animals. We want a healthy country. Well, why not? Where there's cow, there's bovine. And nobody can deny that. Where there are cow, there are bovine. And you were telling me that the people that took those cows to Africa is being kind to us when they know that these animals are poisonous? Are they being kind to us? No, they're not. I know Arabs in Africa that sells our people pork, but he doesn't eat it. Why would he do that? Is that being kind? That is where Urwa comes in. I am a member of Urwa. In Urwa, you don't even entertain a thought about injuring someone else. Not even a thought. In Urwa, Urwa is where we become impeccable. Urwa teaches us what not to eat. Because what you eat will determine how you behave. You don't want that. The rest of the religions in the world, they all are good. But they also need to be updated, you know. We need to help the religions of the world, because I grew up in religion.